Hi guys, so over the past sort of 7-8 months I've really begun to love painting miniatures, and as you can see, obviously painting miniatures means I like to have a lot of paint, and even more paint, and yeah, more paint. I am quite fortunate that some of this paint was sent to me for free, obviously in return for me, well, trying it out and showing how it looks. But yes, I recently purchased these paints from Chaos Cards. There's a link in the description, guys. Go check them out, as you can get a discount when buying miniatures from them. And I brought these ones mainly because I want to start doing some sort of like edge highlighting. Obviously, my go-to painting style is the good old slap chop painting technique. But yeah, it can be improved on by, well, adding a bit more to it really, in say edge highlighting and other bits and pieces. So yeah, got a variety of paints here, but I've run out of storage. All the storage I've got currently is from Hobby Zone. But yeah, I needed to make my own storage, and that's where this beauty comes in, the Creality Falcon 2. It's a laser engraver and cutter, which is pretty awesome. You may have seen it. I did have one of these. I did a video of it a month or two, maybe 3 or 4 ago. Obviously I forget, I've got a terrible memory. Yeah, awesome, cutting out wood. Well, and all sorts of other stuff really. It does come with a variety of sort of tester sort of bits and pieces, some wood, some metal, some sort of like foam, cardboard. Yeah, awesome piece of kit. So this is the latest one, or the newest one, the upgraded one, whatever you may want to call it, Mark II. And yeah, this is absolutely a beast. It's one of those things where you never sort of think you need one, but then when you've got one, there's just so many things you want to do with it. And obviously in this case, the first thing I did with mine is to make some lovely paint pot sort of holders. So a few specs about this thing. It's a 22-watt laser engraver and cutter, so it can cut thicker material. Very fast, it can go up to 25,000 millimeters a minute, which is just crazy. It's got an air assist on it. It comes fully built. All you got to do is put in the actual laser module here, and then yeah, you are ready to go. There are links down below, guys, to where you can get this this laser engraver. They are doing some discounts at the moment. So this is the 22-watt one, but they also do smaller versions of a 10-watt and a 5-watt, just so they sort of cover all budgets. And it certainly is one of those things where, well, you never thought about having, but say when you do have it, yeah, there's a whole variety of things you can use it for. So the software I'm using to operate it is Lightburn. Yeah, like anything, it does a lot of things. I've only used it a little bit, so I'm sort of just getting to grips with it. So just using the basics sort of kind of things. But yeah, basically, so obviously I'm going to be cutting out with it. So I've got my pattern on here, which is basically just like an outline, and then this outline is is what it's going to cut out. So I've sort of moved these bits and pieces around, try and get them as near as possible as I could, as the idea is to print these out, or cut these out even, using just one sheet of MDF. And I think the size I use is an A3 sheet. So yeah, I've managed to get everything in. And the great thing with these sort of things are you can import a variety of things you can find online, and then you can change them. So I had a little go. This has changed from what the original version was, just because I wanted it to obviously fit in with, well, where it's going to go on my desk, basically. Yeah, so you get it all ready, and it is just simply a case of changing a few bits. So one of the two sort of main things you need to change on this is the speed and the power output. So obviously this determines sort of obviously how fast it goes, and what sort of thickness of material it can cut. You can do a lot of trial and error, but luckily this does come with sort of rough guesses. And for the wood that I'm using, the MDF, and I think I'm using 3mm, it was basically saying a speed of 500 and a power of 100. And then yeah, just click the go button, or start button even, and off it goes. So as I'm sure you can see, I have speeded this up quite a bit, although to be fair, it only took 14 minutes to cut out all these parts. So yes, even though I have speeded this up, this thing does go pretty fast, and I probably could have changed the settings a bit more. I could have had this go a little bit faster and probably use a little bit less power, as when it does come out, you'll see the edges are kind of burnt. So as you can see here, I am using this in a well ventilated area, although I am looking at getting an extraction fan for this. It does produce smoke, because this is speeded up, it looks like it's producing, well, a shed load. But yeah, I mean, I had about 3 windows open very near this machine, and yeah, I kind of left the room as it sort of did its bit. But you can buy like extraction fans for these, which would be pretty cool, so I'll be looking at getting one of those. But yeah, so I got all these bits on one sheet, which yeah, is just amazing. So guys, I am looking into sort of selling bits and pieces soon, and obviously as I have got this laser engraver, and it can do a variety of things, obviously like these paint pot holders, but it can also make obviously MDF terrain and other bits and pieces. I am going to be looking into that. So again, there's a link down below, guys, to my eBay account, as I will be selling stuff on there. And some of it may be these MDF bits and pieces, and some will be the actual miniatures that I'm painting. So yeah, so this is what I was talking about, the edges. Obviously everything's come out really, really nice. But the edges are quite dark and obviously brown. So yeah, I probably could have had it on a bit less power and maybe faster. But the great thing is obviously I've got this big sheet of MDF underneath it, just to obviously make sure I don't burn my table. And yeah, it's not made any sort of indentation in it. Obviously it's left a nice sort of brown mark, but yeah, there's no groove marks in it, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so all these bits came out, and I say 14 minutes later, all these bits, and then it's a case of a little bit of sub-assembly, yeah, a little bit of gluing. So say I've made these sort of fit an area on my desk, but I did get the original template off Thingiverse. I'm not sure which one it is. I looked at so many, I kind of got lost track of which one I actually ended up using. But to say, yeah, I looked at so many on Thingiverse, they're all nice and free, and the great thing is take them into Lightburn, and then you can modify them to sort of suit your own needs, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, a little bit of the old super glue there, and yeah, these bits go together really, really well. Obviously it would have gone together even better then, but I've got a camera right in front of my face, so sometimes it is difficult for me to see just quite what I'm doing. But yeah, so say these can be modified. You can have obviously smaller ones, bigger ones, but say the area that I've got to sort of fit these little ones in, and the actual amount of paints that I've got, that's why I made these, well, the size that I've made them. So yeah, guys, if anyone's interested in sort of buying these kind of things, well, from me, let me know, because I am going to have a go at making sort of bits and pieces to sort of sell. I'm going to be having my logo on them as well. And yeah, if you're interested in anything, yeah, by all means, let me know. As I say, I've got this laser engraver, and there's quite a few ideas that I've already got for it. But yeah, let me know if you'd be interested. So this laser engraver is from Creality. So they do a variety of laser engravers, and they also do have a variety of 3D printers, both resin and filament ones. So yeah, link in the description, guys, if you are interested in any of that kind of thing. As yeah, they do a whole variety of products that are, well, reasonably priced and really good. So yeah, it didn't take long at all to get this obviously assembled. Say 14 minutes, well, I think it's 14 minutes and about 20 seconds to actually sort of cut the thing out, which was pretty good. And then yeah, another 5 minutes or so for me to sort of assemble it, and then just yeah, putting the paints in. I say the great thing of this is that I can make this sort of painting rack the size that I need, which is just pretty awesome. So I can make it, obviously this is like 3 high, I could have made it 4, 5, 6, whatever sort of height I wanted, and obviously whatever length I wanted. And that's obviously the great thing with this this laser engraver. It's the kind of thing that I always say about the resin printers, the fact that I can print things out the size that I want, and with this engraver and cutter, yeah, I can cut things out the size I want. And yeah, very pleased with how this came out. And yeah, I have now sort of obviously got more storage for, well, all my lovely paints. Although that being said, good old army painter have recently just sent me some more paints, and they're for an airbrush, as I have recently just got hold of an airbrush and I can't wait to have a go. I've never really used one before, so it should be interesting. I've already 3D printed a model off, and now it's just a case of, well, getting some paint on them. Okay guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the video and this was informative and you enjoyed it. And I say, check out Creality's link down below. And I want to say a big shout out and thank you to all my lovely patrons and Chaos Cards for helping support the channel. It really does mean so much to me. There's another video on the screen, guys. Give that a click and yeah, watch that one. And yeah, take care guys. See you in the next one. Bye for now.